Definitely like the most interesting campsite we have ever stayed in the last 5 years of RV.
We're gonna go ahead and blow on it. Man, what gives, dude? Uh-oh. Battery's dead. Give it a try.
So this could be the weirdest thing that we've ever done, the strangest place that we've ever stayed, but desperate times call for desperate measures.
Yes.
By the way, did you make sure that you looked at the email? There were some specific instructions that this guy gave as far as like which driveway to come in, so make sure you look at that.
Okay.
Yeah.
And there's only 30 amp. So with our system, I had to configure it to basically tell it that we're gonna be hooking up to a 30 amp. But the cool thing is our RV thinks it's 50 amps still. So it's gonna boost our power to give us 50 amps, even though we're gonna be hooked up to 30 amp. So I'm excited to really test that out.
Yeah, we haven't ever done that before, so that'll be something new. So we'll report back on that during this episode. As in Grateful Glamper fashion, we're definitely later than I wanted to be in getting out of here. Lots coming up, lots going on. We need to get on the road. So we're going to tell you more about where we're staying and why that this is such a valuable resource for RVers when things like they are right now are completely booked being winter in Florida. So let's get going.
All right, let's go.
It's time to hit the road again, and in this episode, we are going to head to the Space Coast of Florida. Now, it's been about a month since we've been on the road, and we're feeling a little out of practice this trip. And little did we know just how wrong things could really go. But first, we have to get to our destination and our first time ever using Hipcamp, which we'll talk more about in just a little bit.
The other one goes to this little cliff there. There you go. Ready to go for a ride?
Yes.
RV ride?
Oh, yeah.
Go to the dog parks?
Dog parks?
RV campground?
I love RV campgrounds.
So normally I would not be driving behind Ben. We'd all be riding together in the RV. But this weekend we're going to need 2 cars because we're going to both be going different directions. So it's kind of cool that I have the opportunity to do this, but it's also helping us troubleshoot some things because you might have remembered that we've been having some issues with the Demco Air Force One that we installed into the Expedition. It's not that it wasn't set up right. It's just that we really weren't educated on how things were supposed to be set up. When we were at the Tampa show last month in January, we actually had somebody from Demco come look at how things were set up with us. They gave Ben some instruction of an adjustment that he needed to make. He made that adjustment. I was following Ben and I could see that the brake lights on the Expedition were coming on, and then they stopped coming on when he was braking. So right now we are pulled over. He is looking at things to see if we could figure out what's going on. So, because it's like not, the brakes aren't coming on the Expedition at all, which, I don't know, not good. So anyway, yeah, always an adventure when you're RVing, I swear.
So he's just testing the brake right now, and it's braking.
It is?
Yeah.
Well, hold on. That actual brake is engaging. Like you can see the pedal moving.
Yeah.
All right, so we're good. All right, so I guess everything is good. For whatever reason, the third brake light is not coming on, which is weird because it was coming on earlier and then I don't know, it stopped. But Ben checked the brake is actually engaging. So we are good. So when the rear brake lights come on, just like the tail light brake lights, the brake is actually braking. Everything is good and fine. I just feel like we're so paranoid right now because we had that original like issue on our shakedown trip that now we're always like second guessing ourselves. He said that the coach link wasn't lighting up either. So like that's like a dead giveaway that maybe it's not. Who knows? I feel like either one, this particular setup's a little bit like glitchy, or two, we just don't know what we're doing. So anyway, let us know in the comments if you have this Air Force One system. How has it been for you? Do you feel like it's been glitchy? All that good stuff. This is definitely the weirdest place we've ever camped. So gotta get unhooked and then back into our site, and we'll tell you a little bit more about where we are and why we're here.
Obviously, this type of experience when camping is not the ideal scenario. So when looking at itineraries for camping this year, we highly recommend checking out RV Destinations magazine, which is the sponsor of this video. Now, I, for one, have literally been loving this magazine since it arrived because it is chock full of RV trip ideas and inspiration. And whether you're just planning your next adventure or dreaming of hitting the road, I guarantee you are going to love RV Destinations. One of the things I love is it covers not only well-known destinations, but some of those great hidden gems and places that I guarantee you have not yet heard of. You can be inspired by breathtaking landscapes and exciting adventures from across the US and Canada, from majestic national parks to charming small towns. RV Destination is a magazine that truly showcases it all. And the best part is you can enjoy RV Destinations magazine in both digital and print formats. I'm sometimes kind of like old school, and I like to actually have print copies of books or magazines while Ben likes using his iPad or e-reader. So we can both read RV Destinations in the format we both like. And there is something about a publication that is written by RVers for RVers that really truly helps provide some of the best tips, recommendations, insights for those of us that are actually out here living this lifestyle. RV Destinations magazines features limited advertising, which means more stunning images. And I have to tell you personally, I am loving the photography that's in this magazine, plus captivating stories literally from cover to cover, plus insider tips and campground reviews and recommendations, which I absolutely love reading those before that we get to a spot. For a limited time, you can get 20% off of your subscription at gratefulglamper.com/RV Destinations or at the link below, and use the code GRATEFUL20. And a huge thanks to RV Destinations for sponsoring this video and their support of our channel.
We're obviously lower than I thought.
Well,
Yikes.
we didn't need that.
Yeah, you should really check your area before putting out the slides.
This is definitely the funniest, weirdest campsite because here's the deal. You see that? Yeah. That's the train tracks, literally feet away from the RV. Cool. Now, where we are, we actually found through a website called Hipcamp. Now, here's the deal, is right now it is February in Florida. And if you don't have reservations right now, well, chances are you're not going to get them. I tried picking up cancellations at 1,000 Trails that was in this area. Nothing at all. This is where there's just not any other like national park or like government run campgrounds to where using a service like RV is not going to help us in this specific area that we wanted to be in. But I did find a Hipcamp. So we're at a Hipcamp site right behind the jumping flea market in Cocoa, Florida. But the only downside is you got the railroad right there. So we'll see how busy this is or isn't. But it was one of those scenarios, beggars can't be choosers. And it does have water and electric, so we've at least got that and a place to stay that is close to the area we need to be for something that is going on tomorrow.
Okay, so running into a little bit of an issue here. Whenever I turn on the water, the hot water, the Furion is not working. I get an error code of E5. And so it's not firing up. And when I read online, I guess it's common when it rains, it'll plug up a tube in there. And so they say to take out the 2 screws, blow some air through the tube, and it should work. So I'm hoping it's gonna work. So, oh, what is that? A train horn I hear?
This is just laughable.
What is it coming?
I don't know. I think it's coming the other direction. I think it's coming from that way.
Yep,
Oh.
I hear it.
Where is it? Whoa! Here it comes! Whoa!
Yikes.
Right out the RV. That's crazy.
Yeah.
I definitely want to go out there and search.
What is that?
No. Is that the gravy train?
It's literally shaking the whole RV.
Yeah.
I know. This is awesome.
I literally want to go out there and search for debris after this.
Definitely like the most interesting campsite we have ever stayed in the last 5 years of RV.
Alaska's wondering what's going on. He's like, I'm not used to this. What's up?
Very interesting.
Grab that. Yeah, hold it there.
The heck?
The technical term for this is called the exhaust pressure switch. So we're gonna go ahead and blow on it. Oh yeah, there's a little bit of water coming out there. And then, so I'm gonna hook this back up and see if it works. Oh yeah, it's working. That was it. So if you've got this Furion tankless water heater, all you have to do is just blow in that tube and it's gonna work. So pretty simple fix.
I just want propane because it's
So tonight for dinner, yes, I am making mac and cheese for the kids.
nice.
And then I've got some salmon and some salad. So I think we're going to have a nice just little dinner here at our campsite. And then I checked something that is not so far away. That's one of our most favorite places in the world. That's not Buc-ee's. So I think we might go there after we get done eating dinner.
Man, what gives, dude? Now we got a leak.
So the water sensors actually work. Now how do we get it shut off? That's the question.
Got the keys.
Okay. Just always like paranoid about this. All right. Locked, secured. This is not, I wouldn't say this is an unsafe area, but this is one of those areas where I am glad that we set up the blink cameras just because it just, gives me some peace of mind. We're definitely like off the beaten path, but you just feel safer that way. So, all right, let's go to one of our favorite places that's not Buc-ee's. Let's go. So now that we've kind of like been in Florida for a while.
I wouldn't say a while. I would say 3 years.
Anyway, Ranjan is like just, I don't know. There's something about it because it's a surf shop, right? So it's like the ocean, the beach vibe. I don't know. I love it.
Some of their stuff is like pricey. It just depends, but you can usually shop sales anyway. But let's show you this one, because this one here in Cocoa Beach, this is like the biggin, right? So this is like the flagship store, 2 levels, all the surf stuff. We'll show you around.
All right, ready? You got your sandals on? So I need a coffee mug the size of this. This is just the right size.
That's the thing that coffee.
He's a big coffee drinker, which can lead to a stinky breath in the mornings.
Show me how you hockey sock.
Yeah, that's how you do it.
Okay.
I think you have to go slower. Sometimes the slower the better is key when it comes to things like that.
Single
That
What do you
down.
think about that one?
It's pretty.
Yeah. Got a turtle on the back. All right. Found some good clearance stuff. So, visor, $10. Look at this shirt, isn't that cute?
That is cute.
$15.
Okay.
And then she found a sweatshirt for 25,
Wow.
26. And then Dakota's shirt was not on clearance, but like we will see if the Florida resident discount is good on clearance stuff or just regular price stuff. If it's good on clearance stuff, then even bigger bonus. So did you want to look for a shirt?
Yeah, sure.
All right. Found some really good clearance deals. Ron John shirts. And then something new that I kind of want to start doing with the RV. So I'll show you that in a little bit. But I got something here. It's going to be going on the RV.
Hey, how do I look with these, man? How do I look? No?
It does like shake the whole RV. But that's the regular train. That's not the bright light.
Last night was very interesting because I think I counted like 5 of the big trains. Now, there's 2 separate tracks. There's the Bright Line, which the Bright Line is something that we actually want to check out and do. So make sure you're subscribed because that will probably be coming in a future episode. And we'll talk more about that then. But there's also just regular freight trains. And those train tracks tend to be like literally I'm looking out here right now. I'm guessing that track is no more than 20 feet from the RV.
It's 10 feet away, Mom.
So when that thing comes by, it is like you can't sleep through it. It's just loud.
It shakes the whole RV like a 1.2 magnitude earthquake. It's crazy.
It was loud. So I would definitely say in the 5 years of RVing, this is definitely like
A new high for us, basically.
a new high. This is
Well,
a new high.
I love
Wow.
I love engineering, so I love to check out everything.
Yeah.
So, but for you, might
I was
be
gonna
new
say
low.
the strangest, weirdest place we've ever camped behind the flea market in Cocoa, Florida.
That's definitely
But beggars can't be choosers right now. There's pretty much literally
nothing. Zip,
like zero to no boondocking in Florida, especially when you're this size. And that's where Hipcamp came in. Now, there were actually some really cool places on Hipcamp that I would love to check out. But the thing is they won't fit a big rig like this. So that's where if we did have something smaller. But today, we're going to be dividing and conquering. Trinity has a softball tournament.
And
so she and I will be going there. And where are you guys going?
So we are going to the Kennedy Space Center Visitor Complex in Cape Canaveral, Florida. This is one of the most awesomest complexes I've ever been to. They have a Falcon 9 rocket that has flown and landed before.
How about you just show that?
I will. I'll show
There
you all
we go.
later.
All right.
Here you go.
Hi, how are you doing? You're good to go? Thank you. Okay, so we are
We're at
at
Kennedy
the
Space Center.
Kennedy Space
Right next
Center.
to us is the Rocket Garden. It displays some of the biggest rockets in history. And right now we are heading into the Gateway Center, where there is a Falcon 9 that was flown and landed on a Falcon Heavy rocket.
And what's happening today that we...
A rocket launching 24 Starlink satellites, second gen, is launching today at 5 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard
We're gonna
Time.
be able to see it for the first time.
For the first time
a rocket
for 4
launch.
years. Special letters right there.
Okay, so we've got 2 hours before we see the launch. I want to go get some walking tacos.
No, we're not. We're going to the IMAX to watch a movie.
All right, we'll go to the IMAX and then relax at the IMAX. All right.
Dad jokes.
Dad
I swear.
jokes.
Countdown. Hold.
And we have a hold.
Launch port is running.
Countdown has been aborted.
It's 6:02 a.m. That's what we hear outside our door, right outside the RV.
Cherry. It's the world's largest flea market.
The world's largest.
Yes.
Ooh, we should go congratulate them.
You did it! Congratulations!
Yes, we should. Because they've obviously earned it. It's huge.
Man, world's largest. That's a pretty big.
It says on the sign, the world's largest.
Wow. We should definitely go congratulate them later.
Okay.
Great job, everybody! It's great to meet you. Hi.
The #1 flea market in the world.
Right here? In Florida?
Right here in Florida.
Wow. That's awesome.
Jumping flea market.
Congratulations.
Uh-oh. Battery's dead. So I've got this NOCO Boost Plus that I'm gonna give a shot and see if this will jump it. I don't know. Let's see if it works.
Okay, go ahead. Still
Because I think Charity has the jumper cables and that they are in her car. Let's power it up, give it a try. Okay, hold on, stop. Give it a minute to charge a little bit. I'm glad I've got my little helper buddy with me here to help me start the RV.
Yeah.
He wants to get going so he can get to youth group tonight.
Yes.
All right, give it a shot. Oh. All right, nope.
Mom has the jumper cables at work. We're just literally dead in the water.
We might be.
It's not good.
There we go. Oh, geez. All right, that's not gonna work.
All right, wait a second though.
Yeah.
Let it sit for a second.
All right. Woohoo! Whoop, did you turn it off? Don't turn it off, dude. You gotta keep it going. Okay, thank you.
Experiences such as this one make us realize how grateful we truly are for some of the great quiet campgrounds we've stayed at. And why we still have a water leak under our sink to fix, we're also grateful for the knowledge and skills to DIY a lot more on our RV these days. It is experiences like this that do bring us closer together as a family, and now that we're not being woken up by a train every 3 hours, we can look back and actually laugh about this campsite. Be sure to subscribe for more RV tips, tricks, and adventures, and in the meantime, check out this video right up here about another time we experienced some RV travel fails.
Well, here's the bloopers.
My face itches so much. Y'all are
okay.
taking so long.
Okay.
Hey yo, Dakota at the mic here. Did y'all see us photo bomb the whole thing?
I did.
But with this 40-foot masterpiece, we could definitely get into like a bigger campground.
Yeah.
Yeah.